Okay, YouTubers, this is Smoking Canopy. This is a bag I made the other day. Trouser leg off a pair of trousers I had. Gore-Tex DPM. And I've made myself a bag for putting in the back of the car for everyday carry. Okay, it's called everyday carry. It sits in the back of the car and it's in my rucksack at work. So if I'm out of the house, I'm either at work or in the car. So this is what I use. My mower, brilliant for carving speeds, making tongs, whatever I do. The mower is nice and sharp, it takes an edge really well, and it's a really good knife. This is the clipper. I think it was £10, got it from Raymir's site, it was including postage. It's even engraved with a little Raymir's Bushcraft thing, which is rather sweet. So that's my cutting tool. Dave Canterbury's 5Cs cutting tool. After that, container. It's not very big, but it contains my tinder. Okay, I keep my tinder in this tin. The tape is just because it keeps it shut, and it's a bit of tape if I need it. In here I've got pine twigs that have got resin on them and stuff, and whatever. I'll show you my tinder box another time. Electrical tape, useful. Not quite cordage or anything else. I use it in first aid situations, split fingers, cut fingers, anything like that. Bit of gauze from a triangle bandage, wrapped around it. If it's too big for a plaster, this is, and then some electrical tape. You can use the gauze tape, but I get through the gauze tape quite fast and it doesn't stay as sticky as the electrical tape. You can also use it if you wanted to attach your knife to a stick or something. It's waterproof. You could use it for anything like that if you wanted to, but basically I just use it for first aid things. I'm quite good at taping up bits that are broken or cut, especially when I've got the mower out. She's quite good at biting me. Cotton wool. The cotton wool has got petroleum jelly at the bottom of the cup, down the bottom. It's not soaked with it because I can use it for other things, but at the bottom of the base there is some petroleum jelly if I need it for lighting fires, which is the other thing I carry. A lighter. Now I've got the lighter, and I also carry in my scouting pack, which goes around my neck, a fire still. The mower will strike the fire still with the back of it quite comfortably. So far I've got fire, cutting tool, container, okay, 3 of the 5Cs. I also carry a water bottle with me, which is steel, American pattern, an American pattern 58 cup as well. So I've also got my bottle on my belt when I'm out, and I've got bottles in the back of the car, water bottles and stuff. And if I'm in the car, I've normally got my billy tin with me as well, because it's in my rucksack. So container, you can boil water in there, not a lot, but you will be able to fill up a 2-litre bottle if you've got a fire going for over an hour, keeping you warm and filling up your water by sterilising. You can also use the bag as a filter. If you put some bracken and stuff in the bottom of the bag, and then some gravel, and then filter the water through the gravel and the bracken just to get the large bits out, and then boil it in your cup. I know other people have got stainless steel bottles and billy can cups, but my billy can is in my rucksack, my day pack. This is just what's in the back of the car. If we get stuck in the snow like we have done in the past, we can light a fire, boil some water, and at least we've got some hot fluid inside us. Even if we're only just drinking hot water, that going inside you is better than nothing. And if you really wanted to, you could grab some pine leaves or needles by the side of the road and make yourself a tea. I prefer a couple of coffee sachets. Right, next thing in my carry kit is this. Bit weird. That's my sewing kit. There's a darning needle in there and 2 normal needles, and I find it useful if you're out, rip your trousers, whatever else, catch them at work, go out to the car, get the sewing kit, disappear for 10 minutes, come back out as fixed as you possibly can, and hopefully make the rest of the day without having to go home. Where I am, security and stuff, I can't go home, I'm stuck, so it's nice to have a sewing kit with me. The last thing on my kit, torch. It's a mag light. It comes. I've got 2 spare batteries in my tinder tin, 2 AAs. So I've got batteries for my torch and my torch. I've got lighter, spares. So I've got 2 sets of light fire. This is full, never gets used. I've got my cutting tool. I've got tinder, 2 lots for making fires, and then I've got on my keys, which are normally with me, my multi-tool. It's only a little baby thing. Did a little review on it. I did think that the paint was going to come off pretty quick on it, and it has. So I'm thinking of taking it apart and giving it 2 coats of black hammerite. And on my neck pouch, which is my scouting pouch, where everything sits, I have another cutting tool, my Rolson. Alright, it's a bit flash, it's red and shiny, whatever, but carabiners onto a lanyard or onto your belt. It's got a belt clip's rubbish, it's coming off. And I have another lighter. Now, because of this, I've ordered another couple of fire steels, and I've ordered a couple of survival bracelets for cordage. Now, on the top of here, I've got a 18-inch, 1.5 foot. Sorry about that. I've got a 18-inch, 1.5 foot of cordage, 7-ply plus the inner. So if I want to take it apart and tie up some rope, string or whatever, I can. There's enough in there to tie together a little shelter just for overnight. Hopefully you're never going to be out anything apart from overnight. The snows 2 years ago, people were stuck on the side of the road, miles away from home. Now, you can sit in your car and freeze your bum off, because you're not going to keep warm because your battery and your petrol are going to run out eventually. Or you can walk through, I think it was like 2.5 foot of snow. You can walk 2.5 foot of snow, ill prepared, because most people didn't have anything apart from their work clothing on. I always keep a parka jacket and a pair of boots in the back of the car. I also keep a couple of blankets and a tarp, just in case. You don't know what you're going to have to do. And I also keep 4 litres of water and a load of coffee and sugar sachets, and 2 cups, because you can also light a fire on the side of the road and make tea and coffee. Some people froze in their cars overnight and had hypothermia and stuff because they were ill prepared, coming out in a work shirt and a work jacket, and they got cold. So this is my everyday carry. This is more for scouts than anything else. You've seen my packs I take out when I go walking and stuff. Normally the mower and everything goes in there. So now this is a straight pull it out of my work rucksack and drop it into my woods rucksack, backpack. Okay, and I'll do a quick run through on my first aid kit and my scouting pouch. Okay, we've all seen the Bushcraft loadout video. This is just for the back of the car, so now it's just to pull out of the car and drop straight back in. And I will do a video on the back of the car and what I keep in there for bad weather. Living out in the South Downs and stuff, it can be pretty rough. Okay, so tinder, because there's no point trying to get tinder by the side of the road when it's snowing and wet. My cotton wool, I have the lid, it's there, and then I just seal it with some tape to keep it dry. My sewing kit for work purposes, torches for work, I work nights, if it gets dark I've got a couple of torches with me, my mower and a couple of lighters, 3 ways of lighting fire there, and I've got a multi-tool just for fixing little bits, and I've got 2 knives, 2 cutting tools, and of course the bag, which is waterproof, which I can use for filtering and stuff, waterproof to keep the gear dry. If you wanted to cut the water will filter through because it's a bag that's been made by me, not taped seams. So the water will filter through. So you can hang it up by the paracord above your container, put some water through, it'll go through, you can boil it, put it in your bottle, boil it, put it back in the bottle, boil it, and I've got 2 bottles of water in the back of the car. One of them's empty as a spare, just for if I need a filter. And if you wanted to, you could even actually build a filter by the side of the road. If you just got, if you run out, you're stuck there for overnight, you might have other people to keep warm. You could be handing coffee around all night. You might need more water. They might not have water with them. And if it's a case of them not getting hypothermia because you can keep them warm with a fire and hot drinks, then go for it. Anyway, that is basically the kit that stays in the car. So I've also got an axe and a sharpening stone in the back of the car as well, which is quite useful. Like I said, I'll do a video on the car tomorrow afternoon because it'd be quite interesting to see what people actually put in their cars. And I'm not talking end of the world disaster, I'm talking bugger, that snowed pretty quick, we're all stuck at work, how are we going to get home? My wife works 65 miles away from where we live, so this is the kit I keep in the car and have trained her to use, so then she can look after herself if she needs to. So alright, okay guys, it's getting a bit long this video of me rattling on, so I'll stop this now.